with Partick Thistle on goal difference over Morton. And David McKinney was our man at Cappielow on a day which ended in anticlimax.
As the celebrations get underway at Dunfermline, the faces of the Dundee United and Morton players at Cappielow demonstrated just how cruel this game can be. At one stage, United were in the champion seat, but late goals for Dunfermline and Morton shattered the dream. Dunfermline's win meant the 2-2 draw here took United into the playoff against Partick Thistle.
I feel the disappointment was last week because we had the opportunity to win the title, but that wasn't to be. And I felt coming down here today, we knew what we had to do. If we had won, which wasn't the case, and Airdrie had taken a point or beaten Dunfermline, then we'd have been champions. That wasn't to be. Now we have got to be happy that we're in the playoff position and we've got to make the most of it.
How difficult a game was it for you today?
Oh, very difficult, and Morton had the chance to do something about it as well. They had the opportunity to get in the playoffs, and it was always going to be a difficult match. And I feel coming here and scoring twice and being ahead twice for Morton to peg us back was credit to them, but I felt a wee bit hard done by the goals that we lost. But we're there, we've got a chance, we must look forward and be positive about that.
That's one of the biggest disappointments I've had. And I feel more for the players than I feel for MDLs because they're gutted in there. They've put so much into the whole season, and even today they kept getting knocked back, but they kept coming back, and I'm proud of them.
Players did well today coming here and getting the point to put us into the playoff position, and they must do exactly the same, be positive in their attitude and their approach in the two remaining matches we've got to get Dundee United back in the Premier League.
Whatever reservations the management might have about the playoff, the Dundee United fans were in confident mood. Quite happy enough to be in the playoffs.
After last week, it was a disaster. We had to sell for the playoffs, but we'll do it in the playoffs, no problem. Too much pace for Thistle.
We'll do it through there. We'll come up second West Silver. We'll still be back in the Premier next year. We'll go back to Ibrox. No any place else at all.
You also feel that's where United belong?
Yeah, we belong in the Premier. We'll be back here next year. We are unlucky, we're no champions, but we'll come up as runners up.
It was a hard game today. We're a bit worried about what was going to happen and a bit disappointed at the outcome, but we'll be there at the playoff.
There's a lot of nerves and pressure in these games, and Murdo McLeod will be feeling exactly the same as me. He wants his team to be in the Premier League, and I want my team to be in the Premier League, so it's up to the players on the day to go out and show who's capable of doing that.
So it was a dramatic final day, Gordon, wasn't it? You were at East End Park. Dunfermline worthy champions, do you think?
I think so, and the popular choice, I would imagine, with all the public as well, a bit like Frank Bruno when they won the title eventually, because Dunfermline have had 3 years being so close. I think that they worked really hard. They had a setback this year, obviously the death of Norrie McCarthy, all these things going against them, a lot of injuries as well, and they've come trumps. And Bert was saying that people were questioning their bottle, but they showed in the end up they did have that. They only lost one of their last 17 games. Yes,
and that's a vital factor, isn't it? You have to feel for Morton, because they were, of the three clubs, they were the one who missed out today.
I think Morton have had a great effort. I mean, they came up as champions from a division below last season, and to go all the way to the top of the first division in the first season, you do really feel sorry for him. Feel sorry for Alan McGraw. He got himself in a great position there. It would be nice to see him get up as well, but you've got to also think of St Johnstone, who fought all the way to last week, and then Dundee as well. So really, it's been a good first division because you had 5 teams for most of the season that were competing for it.
We'll talk about the Dundee United Thistle playoff in a moment, Gordon, but let's look back at the game at East End Park this afternoon. In fact, Dunfermline started nervously, perhaps understandably, and Airdrie were actually the better side early on, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm not so sure if it was Dunfermline nerves or just Airdrie were up for it, but Airdrie certainly played the better football in the early part. The only thing that Dunfermline had going for them in that early part was from set pieces. They were causing some problems there. They've got some big players in the team. When they get Todd and Denbeeman up, they've got Big Smith as well, who comes in the box. Here's the first goal, free kick, played in there, a great ball in from Mark Miller, and Andy Smith gets in there. They'll be disappointed here though, Airdrie. I think it's because Andy Rhodes didn't come for that. He came for a corner before it and didn't get it. He decided to stay in his line. Now that's in a space there. There's McIntyre there, just here, and there's Andy Smith. Don't know what's happened to the light pen there. Not my fault, I'm afraid, but the ball's come across here and it's left there, and Andy Rhodes not coming for it. Defenders lost him, and who comes in there? Andy Smith. That's only 3 yards out, so a lot of people would have expected the keeper, and I think maybe his own players would have expected Andy Rhodes to come and take that ball. But it was a good free kick. You've got to give them credit for that.
Yeah, and it always looks as if that might be where the goal would come from. The Airdrie equaliser, how did you feel about that?
Well, the Airdrie equaliser was a great ball from Jimmy Boyle. I mean, it was a long ball, diagonal ball, taking out the sweeper. Craig Robertson sweeping there. Connolly's onto it. There's Denbeeman. He just slips. That gives Connolly that little impetus to go and take him on. Cuts back. He does well to get that ball back. Look at that. There's Peter Henderson, silky as he's known. That's a silky finish. Lovely ball played in there. It just
not an easy one to take, actually.
No, a difficult finish, because Paddy Connolly does well here. Look at this. He looks as if he's shaping for a left foot cross. Then Beeman dives in, keeps his arms out the way well. Westwater comes out to help. Look at that finish. That's good. Little touch, I think, from Craig Robertson in the line, but couldn't prevent it going in off the other side of the bar. But Airdrie probably deserved to be in the game at that point because they had played well in the match.
And for a long time it looks as if it might have actually ended 1-1, but then the winning goal, to the great relief of all the Dunfermline fans, came, and no argument about the penalty, I wouldn't imagine.
No, I don't think so. There was a lot of nerves at that stage, and the ball's played through, and a nice little touch from Alan Moore. This is good play here. Big Andy Smith, he knows that Alan Moore's run on ahead of him there. He has to turn quickly and thread a pass through. Now what a lot of people were looking at was the offside situation. Here's the pen's not working, but you can see there that it's actually there. Sandy Stewart's in, playing him onside as this ball's released. Alan Moore's onto it, he's through the middle of the defence here, and as it just goes played through here, Alan Moore's on. Now he hits it too far ahead of himself, gives Andy Rhodes, he thinks he can get that, you see, and he comes and makes the challenge, but Alan Moore just gets that other little touch away from him. I don't think there'd be any question. Look at that.
I think we can
turn.
see from this angle though that he definitely pulls him down.
He does, but he thinks he can get it because Alan Moore looks as if he's lost control. He looks as if he's hit it too far ahead of himself. I don't think there was any question. And very coolly finished. He said he didn't feel any nerves, any pressure, but that is a pressure penalty. One each, the last game of the season. That is a penalty for the championship, and he's put it away ever so well.
It's too early to perhaps be talking about how Dunfermline might fare in the Premier, but it's not going to be easy for them, let's put it that way.
At this moment in time tonight, they won't be worried about how they're going to fare. The thing for them is to be there. I think they'll go and compete well. I mean, they've got a great support. Don't forget, they'll pull in big crowds at home. Also, Bert Payton will be out looking for some players. He will strengthen the team. I don't think they can necessarily play as open football as they've done in the First Division, but they're still, I think, will be up there competing. I don't see them coming back down this season. I think Dunfermline will go up and stay there.
Interesting. Now, what about Dundee United, Partick Thistle? Because that is two cup ties, and I would find it hard to pick a winner of those two, to be honest.
Yeah, very difficult. I think last year Aberdeen had a lot of impetus and Dunfermline didn't really stand a chance because Aberdeen were playing well. This year Partick Thistle are not playing so well. They're at the bottom of the table. Dundee United have stuttered a little bit in recent weeks, so I think that game's wide open. I don't think either team have anything to fear really, and Dundee United have got a real chance of going up.
And the first leg's at Firhill, so in a sense that gives the First Division sides the advantage, doesn't it, as it's designed to do?
It does. Firhill is not a good pitch at the moment, as we know, and even Partick are not happy playing there, so they'll be glad to get that game out of the way, I think, and it really will build. I don't think it'll be settled to the second match at Tannadice.
Yeah, so it's the 12th and the 16th of May.